Hello everyone and welcome to Anji University. On tonight's episode of Friday Night Explorer, I finally done it. We're gonna explore spirits. So, I went and crafted a bunch of the cards in this deck because guess what? Spirits is using a lot of cards from in the past that I don't actually have. Supreme Phantom, Shacklegeist, Rattlechain, all cards that are not in any current standard metagame that I had to go and craft. So, and the Mausoleum Wanderer. That's a lot of cards. So here is the deck list. Obviously, it's a deck that's based on one tribe, which Wizards changing it to typo. I think it sounds really weird. But yeah, the typo deck, spirit typo. All right, the spirits are making typos now. So let's look at the whole deck list, and I like to separate creatures from their sort of synergy cards. So when we look at the spirit cards, these are the spirit cards, right? We got 4 Ascendant Spirits, 4 Mausoleum Wanderer, 4 Spectral Sailor. Hopefully, we'll get to land the spirits early game. And then we have, well, let's talk about each of them. This is the one that evolves. This is the one that counters a non-creature spell, I believe, or instant sorcery spell. And this is the one that card draws at flash speed that you can play. Then we have 4 Rattlechain, which gives us Spirit Hexproof, so it's kind of like a counterspell. And I can cast Spirit spells at flash speed, so all the spirits gets flash. It's pretty good. 4 mana Shackle, or 2 mana Shacklegeist, which can block only creature with flying. So it's not a good blocker, but we get to tap 2 spirits to tap our opponent's creature. So we can tap our small creatures to tap down our opponent's creature's blocker, the opponent's blocker creature, and then we can get damage through that way. And then we got 4 Supreme Phantom as the lord of the deck. Other spirits gives +1/+1. It's a 2 mana 1/3. So all the other spirits are gonna get pumped. None of these are legendary, so we can definitely have multiple of. And what's good about the spirit deck? Well, Curious Obsession is what's good about it. Whenever a creature, or first of all, enchanted creature gets +1/+1, and whenever this enchanted creature deals combat damage, we draw a card. Crazy. Crazy. And if you didn't attack with an enchanted creature, with a creature this turn, we gotta sack Curious Obsession. So something you gotta be careful with, and you gotta attack every turn. Well, guess what? This deck's gonna attack every turn. And then we have 3 Slip Out the Back. So just, get out the back. No one can see you. And then 2 Lofty Denial, a small counterspell. Basically, it's a mana leak that costs 4. If we have, or not a mana leak, right? It's what's it called? 4 Spike? I think it's 4 Spike. The counter unless you pay 1. But if we have a flying creature, it's counter unless you pay 4, which most people are not going to have in responding to this counter spell. And then we have a Geistlight Snare, which is kind of like a mana leak. If we control a spirit, it is a mana leak. It's 2 mana, counter unless you pay 3. But if we control a spirit and an enchantment, it's counter unless you pay. It's a 1 mana counter unless you pay 3, which will be really, really good. And well, what do we have in enchantments? Well, we got Curious Obsession. That's the enchantment we have. Alright, and then let's look at the land base. We're a very fast deck, so we don't want too many lands. 23 lands total, I believe. Yeah, 23 lands, 1 Otawara, 18 snow cover islands because we need snow to ascend spirit. And then we have 4 Faceless Haven, which are snow, which are snow lands. And then we can also turn this into a spirit, which might be important. That's the whole deck. Alright, very simple deck. Low to the curve. Combo synergy based on typo, and then counter spells in the deck. Make sure that our opponent does not just work their magic on us. Let's try it out. Let's explore these spirits on was it Friday the 13th? Hey, it's pretty fitting, right? You can cast cards that isn't actually in your hand. No, you cannot. That's not a real thing. Stop making alchemy a real thing. Alright, we're playing against Tetsu Kyojin. Okay. And we have landed on the 1 spirit hand. Do I keep this hand? I got 1 spirit. It's terrible. No. 1 spirit is no good. Alright, now we have a lot of spirits. Guess we put back a Shacklegeist. Now we got the 1 island hand. Alright, good news, our opponent's not a control deck. Bad news, our opponent life gains. This is not flash speed, right? I didn't play it wrong. Okay, we can get hexproof. Oh yeah. So what do we do here? We can counter whatever they play, so... Do we? No, we don't put in a Supreme Phantom. We're gonna Rattlechain. Oh, that was scary. Let's stop that. Man, that's just mean. If we have islands here, this would be a different game. Oh well, we don't have islands. Pick 3. Taps, hexproof, card draw. No islands. 4 Faceless Havens, 18 islands. Here's 2 Faceless Havens for you. Alright, Bishop. Very annoying. Can't stop it though. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go with the yup. I mean, I don't know why I was thinking of they're gonna play the 4 mana thing. I forgot what it's called, but I'm gonna counter this first. The 4 mana thing that looks at top 6 and bring in 2 creatures. They don't even have green in their deck. Alright, double Phantom it is. Ooh. Alright, lethal next turn unless they life gate, which they definitely will, but... Alright, now they have angels. Couldn't keep stopping it. Back to 18. We draw our island. So what do we do here? We can tap 2 spirits to tap their angel. Is that even relevant? We'll tap this Vigilance Angel. We could have won. We could have. But, oh, they do have green. Why does Nick those in a double-colored deck? Come on, opponent. I don't think it matters. We'll probably still lose. Vigilance. Do I want to flash it into block? I don't think so. But I will flash it in to tap his creatures. It's a 2-1 versus a 1-1, right? Alright. Alright. You're gonna overrun me with angels. 6! Overseer. He's at 21. This is ridiculous. Alright, can I even do 21 damage? Let's not end turn. So let's see. I can tap one of their angels, and then I can tap the other angel with basically the target spirit. I don't know. This one. We'll tap your angel. Alright, how do we do 28? 28 damage? Okay, you know what? Never mind. Not gonna get 28 damage through this. If I attack all, and he does not block, I still don't have 28. Thanks for the Faceless Havens. I mean, I did put it in the deck, right? So, my fault. My bad. Shouldn't have Faceless Haven in the deck. What are they good for? Nothing. Nothing except slowing me down. 18 islands? Nah, let's draw those Faceless Havens. I think we have a mulligan. Hi. Hello. I guess. Let's not be salty. We're not gonna get creatures. No creatures! We got one creature. Opponent still goes first. So alright, I don't want this hand. How would you like a worse hand? Now there is a reason for putting back Otawara instead of the Snow Cover Islands. Because I can level with Snow Cover Island. red, I get to counter their spell. That's why I play it first. Also, I get to evolve the Ascendant Spirits if I need to. Whereas if I play the Ascendant Spirits and he just burns it, then I just get nothing. Alright. Opponent is playing red. And then ropes. I've got to say hi. Sorry. Hello. I don't mean to be rude. I just wanted to say hi. Burning Tree Emissary, huh? Oh, that's not what I expected. That card's not banned. It's just like free 2/2s. What are we playing here? Legacy? Alright, we're going second. Opponent goes first. So this is basically our turn 1, and our opponent's already getting 2 free 2/2s. His whole board is 5 damage on turn 2. And then he gets a sack. Oh, I can't put it on because it will just die. Robber of the rich. This is when it attacks. Oh, it is when it attacks. Man, I'm not gonna play this game out. This is just ridiculous. Their hand versus our hand? That's... yeah. Oh well. They are another mono red, right? Even in Explorer, we get these pathetic losers play mono red. I know I'm playing Spirits, and it is an aggro deck, but people who play mono red just disgust me. It's like, why are you even playing Arena? Or why are you even playing Magic if you're not enjoying it? Because there's no enjoyment to be had when you play mono red. It's not you playing the deck, it's the deck playing you. Don't do anything, just play the cards. You get like 4 cards in your hand that you can play, and they all come out on the turn that you play them. On the turn you draw them, and that's it. You go first with 1 Shacklegeist. How do we keep drawing no spirits? We got, what is it, 11? 1 drops, we've not drawn them once. Alright, well, let's try it again. Alright, we have spirits, 1 land. Try it again. Alright, we have spirits and 2 lands. Okay, now we can keep. So, keep 5. We'll put back a Faceless. We'll put back a Slip. Very bad hand. Twice. Or actually, very bad hand for 3 games in a row. And now that we finally get to go first, we still have a bad hand. So, all-in pumpkins. Opponents play Triumph. This is not haste or instant speed, right? So, will they play in turn 2? I don't really think so. So, do I want to play a Shacklegeist? I wanted to play the Ascendant Spirit, but that's playing off curve. Am I gonna draw a land next turn? I don't think so. I know in my luck, that's not what's happening, right? So, what I'm gonna do next turn is hold up the mana for evolving the Ascendant Spirit. Bzzz. And Firecats. Huh. Ha! Knew it! Attack. You don't want to play anything? I don't want to play anything. I mean, if he lands Supreme Verdict, I kind of just lose. March. No. Is this the Lotus Field deck? It is. Wow, he sacrifices 2 lands. No, he doesn't. Ends his turn. Wait, that costs 2? Oh, it does cost 2. What am I saying? Now he has 5 lands. Do we just die to those 5 lands? Make a 2/3. Have we... We won the first game, right? I think that was the only game that mattered. No, we didn't even win the first game. Doomscar. 5 mana Doomscar. Let's get out of here. It's just been one horrendous hand after another. The only hand that we had that was decent was the first game, and that was against the worst matchup we could have faced, which is purely Life Gain and Flying Angels. So we couldn't get damage through. They're also Life Gain, so we could not kill them fast enough. And that is my experience playing Spirits. Honestly, whenever I face Spirits with my control deck, they land all their things, and I just kind of sit there. You go first. Alright, not even going to mulligan anymore. Forget those 1-drops. I'm just never getting them. How many 1-drops do we have? Like, was it 8? No, it was 12 land drops. 1-drops. Nah. Why would you have 1-drops when you can have 2-drops? Oh, can I protect anything against a burn? Do I want to play at instant speed? Yeah, let's do that. Who knows what's gonna happen, right? Mono red, robber of the rich. Guess we'll fight. We'll counter their next spell, and then we'll get 2 phantoms out. No. Player can't gain life? I need to gain life. Not really, but still. But still. We're gonna Spring Phantom out. In fact, I'm just gonna hold up the other counter spell. I don't know why I played a Spring Phantom then. Should have played the Shacklegeist. Bone Crusher? No. None of that either. Alright, well... Still kind of bottlenecked on blue. Somehow, bottlenecked on blue. So I guess I don't need to play the Shacklegeist out. I could just play the Wonder. That is a 2/2. It becomes a 3/3 when I play the Spectral. If he wants to attack me with a Den, it was a 3/2. I can block both creatures, so I'm okay with that. Also, I get to turn Faceless Haven into a creature if I need to. This is coming to play untapped. That's pretty broken. Bone Crusher Giant just as a creature. All right. I mean, that's a 4/3, but my creatures are bigger. Not bigger, just more damage. We'll counter this. That way it gets fizzled. If it gets fizzled, he doesn't get the creature. I know what I'm doing. This is a 4/3, right? Yeah, it turns a 4/3, so it still dies. It's Shacklegeist and Ascendant Spirit. This is spell, right? Yeah, target of a spell. So I can tap it. It's not a spell. What? Tap 2 untapped spirits you control. I don't... Oh, submit 2. I was like, what's going on? There you go. Now what? Torbrand? That's pretty scary. Alright, with Torbrand now, what do we do here? Do we just make a 4/5? A 5/4 and attack? It's Vigilance. Or do we grow our Ascendant Spirits, right? It can grow into a Spirit Warrior, and then it can grow into a 4/4, which would be a 5/5. So, no. Let's grow it first here. Grow it here. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not lethal, so let's just deal a little bit of damage. Attack your Bone Crusher. You can deal a lot of damage, but it's not enough. This is 4, and this can't attack anymore, so that costs 4, and it doesn't get doubled. So, right? It doesn't get doubled. It's just oh, then just any source. Okay, so it does get doubled. If it mattered, that would be 4 more damage, so we'll be at 12. Not lethal. They gotta kill the Supreme Phantom, but even if they kill the Supreme Phantom, it's lethal on board. That is 2 damage. Alright, so 4, 5, 6, 7. Doesn't look like it's lethal, but I can grow. GG, Red! No hello for you. I don't even feel good beating Mono Red. Okay, I feel a little good, but it's Mono Red. It does not matter if you beat him. Beating Mono Red is like, you know, playing a game of, I don't know, solitaire or something, and winning. It's not like you did anything that's relevant. It's just you got better hand, better luck, and you know you win most solitaire games, but still a lot of it feels like it's given to us. All right, this is ridiculous. How do we keep getting Faceless Havens? Spectral Sailor, Ascendant Spirits. We can grow Ascendant Spirit with the Faceless Haven, but we're gonna get bottlenecked on blue pretty heavily. And it's elves. Alright, I'll grow throw. I mean, not elves, mono green. Man, I never get to go first playing mono green. This is just BS, man. Entirely BS. Alright, we're not gonna counter anything. We'll take the damage. 4 damage a turn. We got 5 turns to either win or lose this game. Nick those. Pretty scary. This adds what, 4? You can have that. That's 5. You can have the elf. You can have that other elf too. Okay, Rattlechains. I hope you're rattled. Curious Obsession, huh? I get to attack and maybe draw a card. If it's not an island, I kind of just lose. Alright, I like those odds. Yes, I would like to draw. Okay, not an island. Goodbye. Honestly, it's like you're being punished for playing this deck. Which I am, but by an algorithm that's cheating. Not by you know, the original idea of being punished by a deck would be. And that's usually based on your luck and your draws and your play style, all of those things, right? Like, I'm not a very good aggro deck, so usually I lose playing aggro. But this deck is basically like, how do you keep getting Faceless Haven in every hand? Look at all my mulligan hands, and even the hand, or first going hands, even the hands I mulligan, I still have Faceless Haven. I don't hate the card, it's a very good card. It helps us win some games, but to have it always and flood you with Faceless Haven so that you can play your monocolored deck. Oh man, that is the salt beyond salt. Alright, well. Now we get to Ascendant Spirit. Oh, I didn't even notice I have 2 creatures this time. We never do that. And we get to go first. Of course, once you get all of these good choices, you're going to go against a very, very annoying opponent. That's the matchmaker. Your opponent's now the one that just ropes every turn. They don't even want to play anything. They have Outdrink sleeves, so I'm guessing they've just started playing. Or they've played for thousands of years. It's only one or the other. And then we have the rope-de-rope. A mulligan, seriously. Anyway, so what is our plan with this hand? So we're gonna go Snow Cover Island into Ascendant Spirits. Right, that's turn 1. And if they don't get rid of Ascendant Spirit, turn 2, we're gonna Curious Obsession on the Spirit so that we can draw. If they get rid of Ascendant Spirit, we're gonna turn 2 play Shacklegeist. Those are the only 2 plays. If we get the Curious Obsession on the Spirit, then we can slip it out in the back, and then we'll have more sort of choices. It does play off curve a little bit on turn 2, but I believe having card draw is very important in this deck since we have a lot of cards we want to play, and they're all low to the ground. So we want to be able to get those cards on board. And once we get a hand that we can actually play a game of Magic, guess what? Our opponent does not want to play. Now we'll say hi. And they're red. Ugh. Like, what are you even doing? Yes, I'm gonna block. Yeah. Give me a card here. Rattlechains, okay. Monster's Rage. Gonna deal 5 damage to me? Ow. That hurt. Alright, we draw our lands. I think we did everything we need to do. We have a counter spell up, and then we have a creature up. Or, I can play a creature. No, I don't think so. I want to hold up a counter spell depending on what he plays. The Swift Sphere is pretty annoying, but it's not the end of the world. And it doesn't do damage. This plays nothing. Alright, well, then we'll play a Rattlechain. Give itself hexproof. I'd much rather slip out the Rattlechain than the Ascendant Spirit, so that's why I give itself hexproof. Incentivizing him from targeting the Rattlechain, right? I don't think it matters either way, because we have a slip. Mono red, you gonna actually play the game, or you just sit there with your stroke? That sounded dirty. Anyways, this game is basically, I don't want to say ended, but if they have 2 removal here, they won. If they have 1 removal here, I won. Alright, they have no removal, so I guess we'll see what he has. He's still got 3 mana that's just left open. Maybe he's just dead. He just played mono red, so he might have just died. From sheer stupidity. I still think Pon-Pon-Chan is probably the best pet. Look at him. He teleports. Psst. Very fun. Alright. Hello, opponent. Are you still there? I just gonna do all these emotes. My turn. All my spirits have instant speed. See, this is yeah. All my spirits have flash, right? This is the beauty of the deck now. It's actually popping off. It's kind of the idea of the deck to be able to do all these things. And they got a Swift Sphere, It's a 2-3. It looks scary, but not really. I'm gonna take whatever damage they dish out this turn. Woohoo! Ping himself, huh? Alright, what do we do? We play Shacklegeist, block, and it will just die. So, I don't know if I want to do that, right? I can play Ascendant Spirit, and then grow it. I think that's pretty good. Wait, where does he target this? Okay, first of all, resolve this. And now resolve this. He targets this. So, we'll stop that in action. +3, +2, huh? How about what if you don't have +3, +2? What if you have nothing? And then I'm gonna leave. See you in a while. I don't know my tricks. I'm tapped out. You sure you're gonna not do anything there? Play something. Kill my Ascendant Spirit. Please do something. Come on. I really should put in more emotes. I'm out of emotes. Alright, so you can see Thanos 84 is just a dumb person, obviously. He does not know how to play the game, so he just likes to have strokes. 3-4, pretty scary. He's got 1 mana left. Does he want to swing the last one at me? If he does, do I win or lose? Alright, so he's got 1 mana. If I turn the Faceless Haven on, I think I get lethal, right? But then I have to play Rattlechain, and then I won't get lethal if I do. Oh, maybe he has nothing. Okay! Faceless Haven got me the game. Our opponent's just, I don't know, slowing down due to sheer stupidity. I don't know what's in his hand. He might have tricks. I have no idea. I can't tell. He just ropes every turn, so I assume he's done. And that's the Spirit deck, right? We want enough game for the Spirit deck to justify it. Obviously, it does not feel like a tier 1 deck, but I do believe it is. If you have proper games, and if you're playing on an actual sort of game server, then yeah, this deck will be very, very heavily advantaged. And this is a very strong deck because they synergize with each other so well. But of course, that's only assuming you get to play on a fair sort of game setting, a fair game server. And Arena, MTGA Arena is not. So even though we have the best, or not the best deck, but one of the top tier decks, we kind of get pushed back by the fact that we always get Faceless Haven opening hand. Instead of our 18 islands, we get Bottleneck on blue in a monocolor deck, and somehow we don't draw our 1-drops turn 1. 12 1-drops. I don't think we've ever drawn 1-drops turn 1, except for the last game, where we get to land Ascendant Spirits. And you saw how dominating we were. It even gets mono red with all of their right cards. When we have Ascendant Spirits, and when we have a 1-drop, we get to play them, and then we get to overrun them with cards like Curious Obsession, the card draw, and then cards like Shacklegeist to give, hexproof so they can't kill it, and then Supreme Phantom to buff a board. That was Rattlechain. Shacklegeist to tap down their creatures. Yeah, this deck is amazing. This deck is very good. The more I look at it, the stronger I feel about this deck, or the stronger I feel this deck is. The biggest problem, of course, now you're not facing your opponent. You're facing the Shuffler. The Shuffler hates this deck because I don't even know why. This deck is one of the best things about Magic that Magic Arena would love, because it's full of rare cards, it's a monocolored deck, and people would love to craft this and spend money to make this deck. But they're still punishing it for some reason. I don't know why, but maybe they're just punishing me because I always crap talk them, and that's basically how I feel about this deck. It's strong. I do recommend it, and if you're gonna take this to like a Pioneer event, I think this will be a very good tier list deck. Now, in terms of the sideboards, I have no idea. And then in terms of Arena, on Explorer, if you wanted to ladder, I still think this is a pretty good deck to ladder, because it's got a lot of modes. It's got counterspells, so you have to really think about the type of play you want to have. Do you play on your turn, or do you play on your opponent's turn, right? And that's the kind of play style, play pattern that I really can get behind, and really just forces us to think about our plays rather than just, oh, look, I play my I play my Swoosh Sphere, I buff it, I attack, do I win or do I lose? That kind of gameplay is no fun for anyone. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy Halloween! Happy Friday the 13th.